Greetings, I'm Dylan, also known as Lanooski. You can call me Noosk or Nooski. I want to do a proper introduction soon, when I have the soul power for it, when fewer things are on fire, when fewer things keep cropping up to divert my attention away from this thing that I really like doing, this thing that keeps me sane by doing it, YouTube. It's kinda antsy right now, though, and it would probably do people who stumble upon this channel some good, as well as myself some good, to outline who it is you're subscribing to, should you decide to subscribe. I'll talk about movies, I'll talk about music, pop culture, writing, why one should breathe in due time. Just can't do it right now. But through these 5 shorts that I made last year and the year before, you can get a bead on what the deal with me is. Enjoy.
Self-made men, movers and shakers, social disruptors. They're as American as apple pie, really, dating back to the Industrial Revolution and endlessly lobbying, corner-cutting, and union-busting ever since. Beyond how inherently creepy it is that moat-guarded oligarchs determine the social priorities and living conditions for countless people they'll never even know, what gets me is their core identity. To keep close to what I know, which is web media, Chris Stuckman's main life objective is to be a filmmaker, which he's leveraged through criticism and YouTubing. I look at this and I say, mood, my dude, I'll keep tabs on you, cause you seem cool and we want similar things. Whereas Logan Paul's MO is to be Logan Paul. The through line, of course, being to make things happen, and to constantly reinvent himself, impulsively shoving his underqualified schnoz wherever he wants, all while turning to the camera to say, hey, why not me? You know, as if he's still remotely relatable to me or anyone else I've met in my entire life. If you're sick of my bitching about these type of people and capitalism, fret not. I'm just getting started. Gonna regret trying to cram all this into 60 seconds, but that's about as much time as this topic deserves. Society. Not the word, not even the idea, the meme. That meme. Anyone that spends more than an hour online a day knows exactly what I'm talking about. I know exactly where it started, too, during the climax of everyone's favorite movie that could only be your favorite movie if you didn't know the 70s happened, Joker, with Joaquin and De Niro, just as Captain Incel himself is about to shoot his spiteful white-hot load all over his now abandoned surrogate daddy figure's face. How lovely that we indeed live in a society where it's hilarious as hell that he said society, that everyone memed the movie and moreover the word to shit for having said society before anyone's seen the movie about hashtag society, while at the same time embracing this onslaught of pop nihilism where he said society. But also it do be like that, boys. I'm so sick of these degenerates and these loose women slinging poon for fun bucks. Gary Glitter, okay hand. Gary Glitter, return to monkey. Gary Glitter, return to tradition. Gary Glitter, we live in a society, alright, an anthropologically sick society. Doctor's prognosis, you're all a bunch of dweebs. Want to build your YouTube following but don't know where to start? Well, you've come to the right place. Follow these 3 steps and you'll be Gucci. Step 1, get a decent mic. All the major audio peeps have affordable USB types. Just pick your favorite. They all do the same thing. Step 2, have tasty visuals. With free stock vids and a video downloader, you can make all sorts of content that completely masks the budget that you're working with. Some people draw or commission avatar stills to give it some personality, but I prefer to just use game footage, especially stuff that hypnotizes passive teenagers and tired dock workers who happen to like Gmod builds in CSGO. Third and final step, pick an oppressed group and one of these 3 script trees. So long as you start the video off by saying you don't hate them and arbitrarily write not to bully them in your description, you are golden. Repeat step 3 ad nauseum for 5 or 6 months, and before you know it, you'll be making bank. What about you? What's your process? Did I miss any key steps? Let me know in the comments, and I'll probably just ignore you and go back to drinking Monster and trolling Instagram models on dating apps. Peace, cunts.
Sing with me. Put your money into a Roth IRA, buy large cap index funds, put a little bit of money into bonds, and on top of that, if you want to support people that make videos and stuff like that, consider buying products and not just giving them money like a homeless person, because
the last auteur, the last movie star, the last rock star, the last YouTuber. Please shut the f up. There's a plague in popular journalism that gets prevalent every couple of years, that fluff that tries to pry the end of an era angle out of really menial shit. Sure, certain figures being the last of their generation, say a platoon from a war, or a band, or a movement in painting, film, or acting, do carry a sense of finality once they pass away, but the amount of blatant attempts I see to exploit existential dread and our insecurities about time time are the lowest hanging fruit imaginable. Yeah, guys, this internet comedian that me and all my friends watched is probably gonna move to do something on TV or pivot to a new medium entirely. This platform of thousands of creatives is truly on its dying leg. This isn't new. The crippling fear of something ending is ironically timeless, and the more we glorify things that already happened, the more we clutch onto these ultimately replaceable figures, the harder it's gonna be to live your life into the future. By the way, who do you think's gonna be the next last YouTuber? My money's on Schlatt.
He turned his asshole meter up to 50.
Being an entrepreneur used to mean something else to me entirely. Self-determination, personal liberty, being your own boss, the discipline and satisfaction of the work. All through the lens of creativity and passion, and yeah, see, I can't even finish all this without needing a shower. Even if what I'm saying is objectively true for many heroes and role models of mine. The problem is, these logistical elements and concerns have been copped by the most robotic, wealth-obsessed, pathologically ignorant people you could ever give a mic. Annoying corporatist cunts who lionize former criminals, berate the working class for daring to watch Netflix instead of invest.
If you know every show on Netflix, if you know every hit song that comes out and you're broke, you're lazy. You're working so hard. But then how do you know so much about all these shows?
And plant plastic pearl-clutching bimbos to parrot manosphere priorities on behalf of old-fashioned women. And no matter how much I try to curate my own soc feed, this callously erroneous orifice remains one of several brands who are harder to shake off than a post-Chipotle dingleberry. If that was foul, I apologize. That was an insult to feces.